Hey everybody, welcome to Telemazing. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 shows if you like solving crime. So we got Melissa, we got Cody, we got Subhash, and we got Kristen to talk about the top 5 shows. So let's go around the table, kind of, and we'll start with Kristen, top 5.
So I got 21 Jump Street, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Fargo, Luther, and The Wire.
Alright.
Wow. I have The Wire, Sherlock, Broadchurch, Hinterland, and Dexter.
Hinterland.
Remember that one?
Yeah. I was like, I'm impressed. Dang. Alright. Yeah.
Cool. I had Law and Order SVU.
Oh, come on.
Reno 911,
Yeah.
True Detective, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good one, yes.
I have Murder, She Wrote, Broadchurch, Law and Order SVU, 24, and Monk.
All fantastic selections. I think that we covered a lot of the stuff. So what I'm going to have you guys do is select 3 of these shows that you think are the best, and we'll condense this down to 5.
Luther, The Wire, and Fargo.
I have The Wire, Sherlock, and Hinterland.
I had Reno 911, Law and Order, and True Detective.
I had Law and Order SVU, Broadchurch, and Monk.
And the 2 shows I'm adding in, per usual, is I'm adding Homicide, Life on the Streets, and NYPD Blue. We'll start with cable. We got Fargo, The Wire, True Detective.
Oh, The Wire and True Detective.
Fargo, The Wire, and True Detective.
Definitely The Wire.
Definitely The Wire.
I love True Detective, but I think it hasn't.
For me, True Detective is a one-hit wonder so far. It's gotten a really good first season, and then the second season fell so far off that it's like, I need a 3rd season to like solidify it somewhere on it, especially on the top 5 list.
But Fargo has both good seasons.
Yes.
And Fargo is a really great cop story. The first season, second season, different cops. It is a very interesting.
So I would say Fargo wins over True Detective.
I have to agree.
Yeah. Next category is British shows. So Hinterland, Broadchurch, Luther, and Sherlock.
Personally, Luther and Sherlock.
I would agree with Luther and Sherlock. I know Hinterland's not going to make this
No.
because no one's seen it. But let me just say, it's
Good,
a good, it's a slow burn type show,
Okay.
but the payoff is really, really good.
As much as I love David Tennant, we all know I love David Tennant. I actually think Luther would be better for this list.
Wait, do you love David?
David Tennant's not Sherlock.
David Tennant's on Broadchurch.
Oh, sorry.
David Tennant's on Broadchurch, and so I'm willing to give up Broadchurch for Luther because Luther is a fantastic show as well. And Broadchurch, while the 2 seasons are so phenomenally put together, Luther has like an extra quality to it about Luther solving crimes with Ruth Wilson. You want to talk about solving crimes? Like the
Sherlock.
original is
Right.
Sherlock.
So yes to Sherlock?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was confused. I'm like, what's
yes,
happening?
I have a feeling though at some point because now we have 4.
We're gonna have to knock something.
We're gonna have to knock one of these
Oh,
off the list.
yeah.
All right, and so we have The Wire, Fargo, Luther, and Sherlock, and now we're going to be choosing broadcast shows. So, Law and Order, all as one, big giant franchise. NYPD Blue, Homicide, Life on the Streets.
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
I mean, And so the next one is the comedy skewing ones, which is Monk and Reno 911.
I don't think either belong on.
I don't think we need either of them.
No.
They're
It's like affirmative actioning. You're affirmative actioning this list. Just shove in a comedy. No.
No, we don't need it.
Then that's perfect. We have our 5. We have The Wire, Fargo, Luther, Sherlock, and Law and Order.
Cool.
Perfect.
So let's rank them up. I think that The Wire and Law and Order need to be the last 2. Law and Order is going to take 90 years for you to get through.
I think
and
The Wire
also,
should be last.
And The Wire is obviously the greatest show, so you want to get those at the bottom
Yeah.
too. I think you should put Law and Order last. It's like 91
Well, and
million
we
seasons.
put all of them together. So
Yeah, if you did a
Yeah.
franchise.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
you're
want
putting
to
it at the
finish
end.
really, really strong and finish with The Wire?
I think honestly you finish strong with Wire, but then you have
stop
comfort
everything
food.
that
No,
is
because
Law
Law
and
and Order is one of those shows that you can just keep watching.
Yeah.
It's syndication, so you're gonna be watching it forever anyway. So it might as well be like the nice like comfort food at the end.
Well,
But I thought you could start with Law and Order because it's a most
But
basic
then you will
thing.
never get to the rest of
Disagree.
it.
I mean,
Yeah,
are you never going to
disagree.
watch all of it, are you?
I mean that's the
Yeah.
that's
That's
what
the
you're,
whole
that's
idea?
the idea.
Why I like Law and Order at the end is because it is a show that when you get into these other shows, there's so many that it does fulfill that need to get that crime fix. Like you're just like, yeah, throw another one on, and you still haven't put a dent in it in
Jonesing for
finishing
some
that
Law and
series.
Order.
Mhm.
Right.
I guess you could start with the classic Sherlock because that's the mother of all of the crime cat and mouse
Fair.
type.
Yeah, very
That
fair,
is
yeah.
fair, but then that leaves a lot of drama to follow. So do you want to start with something like Luther?
I would start with Luther because it's a solid show.
It's a
Sherlock
classic
should go
procedural.
before The Wire because it's a little bit in the middle. It's more lighthearted, I think, than the other ones. Whereas like everything else has such strong crime content, Sherlock has more of a lightheartedness to it.
Fargo is hilarious as well. No?
Yeah, Fargo has
So
a little
funny.
bit of it can be light.
Yeah. Oh, it is light. It is.
Yeah.
It's probably the funniest of all.
It's
of
like
them.
an extremist of shows. It's like gruesome, extreme, like
Yeah.
horror mixed with lightness
Yeah.
of its location, which is really great.
It's
Lightness
ridiculous.
question
it's a
mark.
farce.
The first show was to propose Sherlock, but then somebody else proposed that it should
Luther.
be Luther. What are we agreeing on? What's going to be the first show?
We can start with Sherlock. That's fine.
All right, okay.
Yeah, Sherlock.
Guys looks so enthused about this decision. And then next would be Luther,
Solid Luther.
and then Fargo, and then The Wire, and then Law and Order.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bye. That's the
The
line.
cat's just
Yeah,
died?
it was
Oh,
off though. I don't
yeah, it
know
was
why.
really
Yeah.
loud. I don't
Well,
know
it
what
depends
that
which
was.
version you watch. Criminal Intense saxophone solo is very different than SVU.
I'm all about clarinet on the SVU. Clarinet.
And so your top 5 list, if you like solving crimes, is number 1 Sherlock, number 2 Luther, number 3 Fargo, number 4 The Wire, number 5 Law and Order. We're
Yes.
good.
Yes.
That is,
Thank
that is
you.
a good list.
That was, and I'm impressed with us. Like that
Yeah.
was a really hard list, but
Yeah.
we kind of navigated that pretty well.
We
Yeah.
did a good job.
I'm
Yeah.
actually kind of impressed. Well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Good job. And thank you for watching this edition of Telemazing. If you agreed or disagreed with our list, make sure you comment below. But if you liked it, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Now, if you are new to Telemazing, or even if you're not, you've been watching for a while, make sure you subscribe. We do so much stuff here. We have all our videos over there with our 3-view, our games, and also our other top 5 shows. Along with that, we also have our podcast on Mondays and our live show on Wednesdays. So subscribe. We do so much here. And so, for Melissa, for Cody, and for Subhash and Kristen, I'm just Mwamba. Thank you for watching. Now go watch some TV.